So if you're like me, you've just been out for a run, your legs are a little bit achy, body feeling a little bit achy, feeling a little bit flustered from your run, and you need to just slow down a little bit, you need to breathe, you need to work some nice recovery stretches into your body so that you can transition into the rest of your day feeling good and refreshed. So we're going to start on our hands and knees. So we're going to come hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And from here what we're going to do is we're going to work into the lower body. So to start, so from here, touching the toes together, and it's really important that as we go throughout this practice, if you're following me and you're looking visually and you're seeing me and you're thinking, I'm going to put my body into that same position as Ash, get out of that. I want you to feel your body. So just use me as a guide, and if you get to somewhere where your body goes, that doesn't feel good for me, I'm not going to carry on going, you listen to your body and stop. Don't just carry on going because I keep going. So if I keep going some places that are not good for you, listen to your body and just pause. So as we come back here, just start to go slowly and just check what feels good for your ankles, for your knees, that feels a good amount of work. So my client in particular, Johnny, he wouldn't be able to go this deep, I know that. So if you're hovering, that's fine. Just have a little bit of a massage at the end of the range here and just breathe. But if you can, just gently rest the hips towards the heels, tuck the chin towards the chest and push into the palms of the hands just to stretch the upper back and shoulder blade area. To squeeze the breath out. And then from here, so we get that nice compression into the ankle, into the knees, into the hips. It's really good to squish those veins and arteries and the muscles and the tendons to leave them feeling refreshed. Squish them out, squish that lactic acid out. Okay, and I'm going to come forwards, push into your feet, and come forwards onto your hands and knees again. And this time, press your belly to the floor and chin comes up. Rock slightly forwards into your wrists. Really arch your back, really focus on tilting that pelvis. And then chin to your chest and round through your back. And just go hips into the heels again and just really push into the palms of the hands to stretch the shoulder blade area out nice and steady. So we're going nice and slow dynamic stuff. Starting to come forward, pressing the belly to the floor, chin starts to come up, you're breathing in as you do this, and rock slightly forwards into the wrists. Okay, start your exhale, chin to your chest, round through your back, nice long slow exhale, one more time, hips to the heels, really push into the palms of the hands, squeeze that breath out, then come forward nice and slowly, again pressing the belly to the floor, chin comes up, soft through the elbows. And then this time, we're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to get the big toes and the arches of the feet a good stretch. So the big toes help stabilise our body in stance phase as we're running. And each one takes roughly about 40% of your body weight, so 80% of your body weight between the two big toes. So we're going to give them a good stretch. And they should roughly flex at least 30 degrees for a healthy range of motion as we're running. So as what we're going to do is tucking the toes under, we're going to do the same thing, we're going to start to come hips to the heels again. Don't follow me blindly, listen to your body if you need to pause before you get hips to heels. Chin into the chest again, round through the back, really just push here and just get a really gentle little pulse. Just stretching the big toes wherever you are. Again, if your hips are off the heels, that's absolutely fine. Well done for listening to your body and not following me. Just for the sake of following me. Have a little bit of side-to-side movement. Just stretch those big toes. If it causes discomfort at any point, come off them. That's fine. Again, it's really healthy to keep those toes nice and flexed and stretch into the arch of the foot as well. Okay, and slowly coming forwards. As we come forwards, we're going to step the left hand to the outside of the left foot to the outside of the left wrist, and then just take the back knee backwards a little bit to the point that your right hip can drop into the floor, so you maybe start to feel a little bit of a stretch at the top of the thigh. Have a little bit of movement with this, so go left and right, up and down, settle into the hands, wiggle the elbows and the shoulders, let everything get soft and relaxed. Find a deep lunge into it, so you're really opening up into that right hip at the front, at the top of the thigh. Okay, and then just move gently through this. So there's ways that you could make this a little bit more intense. So if this is good for you, you can already feel a really good stretch at the top of the right thigh. Let's stay there. But if you feel like you've got more of this, and you could do this is not a challenge to your ego brain, by the way. So if you can't do this, don't go, I can't do that. So lifting, so hand closest to the foot, left hand. We're going to lift that left right foot up off the floor, making sure the right knee's comfortable, and taking hold of that right foot with the left hand, and then just getting a really gentle little pulse with that. So just really tiny little, as long as it's comfortable. Relax this right shoulder. Again, if this doesn't feel comfortable and you're not able to get there, just stay with the foot down and the hands down, supporting. Again, my client Johnny would be probably swearing at the screen right now, telling me to F off. Okay, so just gently pulsing with that. Nice, good stretch. It's really good for the quads and the hip flexors. Again, I'm not aggressive with this. I'm not really forcing it. I'm quite comfortable in it. It's just a nice, gentle stretch. Nice dynamic to reset the body. And slowly release that right foot. As we release the right foot, start to walk the hands towards this knee at the back and dig the heel in on the left toes. The left foot, sorry, and pull the toes up towards your head. And then we're going to take the left hand to the outside of the left leg and then reach towards the left shin or ankle or toes with the right hand. And then just get a really gentle pulse with this one again. So you're just pushing the toes forwards, releasing the stretch, pulling the toes back. If you need to be, hands can come to the floor for support. So again, just find what feels good for you. If you're feeling it in the back of the knee, stop straightening the leg as much. Bend the knee more, because then if you're feeling it in the back of the knee, it's likely stretching the sciatic nerve, which we don't want to be doing. So keep breathing as we do this. Again, nice, dynamic, refreshing stretch to reset the body. Breathe as you do it. Signal to the body that it's okay to relax. We've done the intense stuff now. Okay, and then walking the hands back towards the top of the mat now. Let that back hip sink a little bit as you just start to lift the chin and chest up towards the sky. Take a nice breath in. As you breathe out, send that left foot back, and as you come back with that left foot, feel that work that we've just done. Should feel nice, should feel good. Before I go on to the other side, just give this practice, press that like button now. It takes 2 seconds, or even at the end of the video, just leave me a comment. If you don't know what to put, just put thanks for the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. It seems like such a simple thing, and so I'll just play the video and leave, but I get to see the humans at the other side of who are watching my videos. It makes me think, there's a human. I like to see that. All I see is numbers going up on views, and it's nice to see the humans that are watching and following along and enjoying my videos. So thank you for letting me waffle as well. So we're going to bring hips towards the heels a little bit, and then as we come forward, we're going to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lunge forwards. Again, let that left hip sink down. If you need to take the back knee further back to get that good lunge and stretch, let's do that. Keep the shoulders and the jaw and the elbows relaxed. Have a little bit of movement, left, right, up and down in spirals in the upper body. Just find some niceness, some stretchy, some lightness, some relaxation. I might want to open up into the hip and the groin a little bit by pushing the knee out. So again, you could stay here. You could stay in staticness if you want now. You could stay in stillness if you prefer. If you're okay on this side, again, I'm going to bring my right hand. So right foot here, right hand up. Left foot is going to come into my right hand. If you can't do that, take your hands back and support, and then I'm going to let that left hip sink to the floor, and then I'm going to get a really tiny little pulse, really nice, kind pulse. I'm not forcing, I'm not aggressive, I'm not trying to smash my body into a shape that it doesn't want to be in. I'm not even at the end of my range of motion. I'm just about 70% there, and just pulsing around 70%, which feels good. And that's where you get the most benefit. If you're smashing your body, if you're going 100% or even more, if you're pushing it too hard, you just rip the muscles and just cause damage. You don't want to do that. You want to be kind and gentle, and just gradually you can get flexibility benefits just by retraining your perception of your own flexibility. So training your brain, when we take it towards the end of its range of motion and breathe and signal and say it's okay to be here, relax, the body starts to adjust its perception of its own flexibility. So you get flexibility gains just by retraining your central nervous system. Okay, and I'm going to slowly release that left foot. Again, feel that nice after sensation in the leg, top of the left thigh. We're going to walk the hands towards that back knee. Dig the heel in, lift the toes. Find that good stretch. Again, don't forcefully push that knee too straight, because if you're feeling it in the back of the knee, that's a sciatic nerve we don't want to be doing. Take the right hand to the outside of the right thigh. Left hand either can stay on the floor, the shin, the ankle, or the toes, wherever feels good. And then get that really gentle little pulse. So pushing the toes away, pulling the toes up. See if you can just open up the left ribs slightly as you do this as well. And relax the shoulders. Nice and smooth and gentle with the breathing, relax. Nice, easy, just feel that work. How are you starting to feel now? You're starting to feel a little bit fresher, a little bit lighter. Is your body starting to feel good? Okay, and then starting to walk the hands to the top of the mat. Again, lunge that left hip down into the floor. Lift the chin and chest away so you get a nice arch in the back. Breathe in. As you breathe out, push into the floor, step the right foot backwards, toes touch. And then from here, we're just going to slowly rock into the hips again. And then from here, we're coming forwards. As we come forwards, we're going to tuck the toes under. We're then going to send the hips up and we're going to push into our down facing dog, which is really nice for the calves, the Achilles, the hamstrings. And we're going to get a slow pedal. I'm going to go really slow. I'm going to take a nice, long, slow, deep exhale. So that just feels so nice to just take some of that heaviness, that tightness out of that left calf and hamstring area. Come over slow into the right side again, nice and easy. Just let's just hang out here for a little bit because it's just nice. It feels good. Just my leg feels just refreshed already. Then slowly into the left. Again, if you need to have a break at any point if it's getting too intense with the shoulders. Come over to the other side into the right. Again, just feel how nice does that feel. Feels so good. And breathe in and out through the nose if you can, so you signal nice relaxation. One more time to the left. Nice sigh out maybe. Exhaling to the right. And then we're going to slowly lift the head and chest, come down with the knees, walk the hands to the top of the mat, and if we can with the lower back, we're going to go into nice upward facing dog. So bending the elbows, lifting the chin and chest up. If this minute feels like it's too much, changing my voice or my lower back feels too intense, you can come onto your elbows and your hands, touch the toes together, and we'll get that little bit more support. So pull the shoulders back, create space in that neck and shoulder area. Keep the elbows slightly bent so the triceps are working. We don't want the elbow joint doing the work. Squeeze the bum slightly to support the lower back and pelvis. And breathe right down into the belly button. Smile and enjoy this stretching. Smile and enjoy this feeling of being on your mat and looking after your body. Most runners don't give their body this time. So well done. Send the hips back. I'm going to slowly rock hips to the heels, have a good stretch, and then I'm going to come slowly back up onto your bum, sit onto your bum. So most runners just avoid this. So bring your feet into touch, heels as close to the hips as you can, get nice and comfortable, have a little left and right, and we're going to massage into the arches of the feet again. Our feet are amazing, they are our foundations to the floor, they take thousands of steps as we run, we batter them into the floor. Let's give them a bit of a squish and a bit of appreciation. So 4 fingers on the tops where your laces would be and thumbs into the arches, and just work up and down those arches to just squish any of that tension out and just give them a nice, it feels so good. If you feel, I know some people feel funny about touching their own feet, if that's you, just rest with your hands around your toes and just finding that stretch. So yeah, I've got to keep getting distracted when I talk about runners, but runners are so bad for post-run stretching and warming up, and that's why I've got my channel. I am a yoga teacher, personal trainer, running coach, life coach, do lots of things, but this channel specialises on pre and post-run warm-up and some strength stuff for runners as well, but pre and post-run is so important. So Share this video with a friend that needs to cool down, that needs to start stretching more, because we need to look after our bodies, because it is amazing. Our body is amazing. So how are your feet feeling? Does that feel good? I love to do this every night before I go to bed. Just reset my feet, get in bed and just like, oh, feet feel amazing. And then the girls wake us up. We have 2 girls and they wake us up and like, just done my yoga, feeling refreshed, and I get in bed and I'm woken up. Hashtag dad life. Okay, and then you're just going to now go into that stretch. So hands around the toes, nice and tall with the spine. If you're already in this stretch, you could just make it a little bit dynamic by going left and right. Relax those shoulders, open into the hips and the groin. Again, if you're outside doing this, like now, I can hear the birds, I can hear the breeze. There's a little tinkling of a wind chime next door. It's just so nice to be outside. So good for us. Okay, and then the last stretch, we're going to come up slowly, bring your hands behind your hips. We're going to take your feet as wide as you comfortably can, and then push your hips that little bit further forward just to get that bit more out of it. And then if you need to, pull the shoulders back and stay here. If you feel like you could bring your hands on the inside and just get a gentle, so don't collapse to the spine, keep the spine long, and then just get a little bit of a gentle left and right. Dig into the left heel, so make it active, don't make it passive. So I'm pushing the heel in, you can't see that, but I'm pushing the heel in a little bit as my weight comes over, so I'm kind of pushing against it so I don't just like collapse into the stretch. It's an active stretch. Active stretches are the best way to improve our flexibility. Okay, relaxing the shoulders. So how have you found this practice? Do you feel a lot more relaxed, a lot calmer, a lot better now? Again, thumbs up, it takes 2 seconds, just press that little button. Really helpful for this video. Share it with a friend. Leave a comment. If you don't know what to put, just put thanks for the video and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. That is the practice. Well done. Again, really well done for putting that time, effort, commitment, energy into your recovery. As runners, like I said, 98% of runners don't do what you're doing and look after your body. So well done. That's amazing. I appreciate you following along with me, and I shall see you in the next video.